This has been such a fascinating experience for me. It's been very, very challenging, very thought-provoking, and it's made me really think about the nature of European Jewish identity today in 2014. What does it mean to be a European Jew for people who live in Budapest or Hungary, but for Israelis and Americans as well? What's the nature of our relationship to the past, the present, and the future? How do we, for example, not forget the Shoah, which feels very, very present in this country in all sorts of ways and in discourse, and at the same time not be, as it were, clouded over by it. And I feel very inspired by many of the people that I've met, and again particularly some of the young leaders from the Hungarian Jewish community from Poland. And I feel really, really excited. It feels a real privilege to build relationships with people who come from very different places. And very exciting to bring Israelis and Americans to have a conversation like this in Europe. It's been incredibly exciting, feeling lots of ideas developing here. One thing that we started to think about, really just within the last 24 hours, is potentially doing a gathering in Israel in the fall of 2015. At what would be the start of the next 7-year Shemitah cycle in Jewish life, and calling it 2022 Vision, to bring together a group of European, American and Israeli Jews to have a conversation about what would we like the world to look like in 2022 at the end of the next 7-year cycle in Jewish life. What would we like Israel or the Jewish community to look like? What would we look our own community or organization to look like? And where would I personally, I and my family, be in 2022? And it feels like there are lots of threads that came together in this conversation that would lead there. And as I sit here today in Budapest on this beautiful day, I don't know whether we're going to do that, but it would be kind of cool if it did.